there a lot of loan mods that are failing and people going back into foreclosure with the loan mods?
Yeah. So, on average, let's say we try to help 10 people. Out of 10 people, usually 3 or 4 of them primarily will end up in a loan modification. And out of that, about 50% of those people actually fail and go back.
Wow.
Yeah. So when an agent's like, well, I don't want to talk to homeowners about modifications or extra time in their house. Why? Because at this point, you don't have a chance of getting the actual listing. They think you're a scumbag. But if you're going to offer them something that's totally different, and this is one of my catchphrases, when you're talking to somebody on the telephone, do you want to know your options? Wouldn't you like to find out what your options are? You writing that down?
I am writing that down.
So when people say to me, is it really that easy? It really is that easy. Because everybody else is like, oh, I saw you listed with so-and-so. Yeah, he sucks. But I have a different marketing plan. So I'm going to be in your neighborhood on Thursday between, 1 and 1:15 or whatever it is, So make sure you're there so I can save your ass. I've heard it all from people. But it all comes down to one thing. Do you want to know what your options are? It's a softer way. It's a better way.
Absolutely, because it's a lot different than working with a seller that's ready to sell or a buyer that's ready to buy. I mean, people don't know they're scared shitless,
Here's
right?
another thing too. Like listing agents, if you're out there and you're listening to this, if you're going and somebody's been in a property, for 10 years, there's a chance they might have defaulted, right? So when the homeowner's like, when you ask the homeowner, have you ever been late on your mortgage before? It's okay to ask that question. You're not offending anybody. It's prior preparation prevents piss poor production. You want to know ahead of time what you're dealing with. We get a lot of phone calls. We got a situation right now. We didn't realize that there was a standalone second. Well, you took the listing on the property, or you asked them if they were ever behind in the mortgage, right? Yeah, I did. Well, did you ever think to look at the mortgage coupon to see if there was a standalone second underneath what's owed on the property? No. Why not? I was never trained. That's the reason why I'm doing these boot camps. That's the reason why I'm doing these actual, classes and in general to show people what their options are when they're helping people that are in distress. Look, I'm not doing anything differently than anybody else. I've just packaged it differently. So when everybody's like, "Oh, I saw so and so, he was awesome," or the guy, he's amazing, and blah blah blah, and the fish oils and stuff like that. Nobody has a brand new idea. The ideas are just repackaged
Absolutely.
and regurgitated, and they're thrown back out there. I'm a simple guy. I'm a meat and potato guy. I am writing a book. It should have been done by now, but business gets in the way, and there's other things that I'm working on too. But at the end of the day, the reason why I'm doing it, it's not really for being famous per se. It's for showing people self-awareness and selfishly dealing with people that actually understand what we're talking about versus saying, well, that's not my job. I wasn't trained like that. Or my broker didn't offer it. Or the best is, and I know you're going to appreciate this, what type of CT credits am I going to get out of this? Am I going to get credit? Dude, sometimes it's okay to get educated on something and be ahead of the curve.
So it all comes down to being a business person, knowing what you have to do, right? And taking your business as a real estate, let's say, agent seriously, right? So I always say that agents are very interchangeable. Where I got to say I'm going to use the 80-20 rule, right? I want to work with the 20 percenters. I don't want to work with the 80 percenters because they don't want to do shit. And if I'm insulting anybody, I really don't care, right? The point here is really simple. If you want to be like everybody else, don't come near a short sale. Don't come near a foreclosure. Don't do anything that's out of the ordinary or out of what you're used to. Stay in your little thing. If you want to excel, do what others won't do. That's called differentiation, in my opinion. That's what I coach.
No, listen. I agree with you. I mean, listen. If you want to be coddled and you want to be hugged, go to your wife, go to your girlfriend. Better yet, if you don't have a wife, you don't have a girlfriend, and you don't want to go out on dating sites and meet people, go to a strip club. Go get coddled that way.